Okay, now I'm going to do what I did in Prisoner for Chill Out. Prisoner's not as exact as Chill Out. In Prisoner, you can almost guarantee your spawn every time. I feel like in Chill Out, there's a few more spawns in concentrated areas. Like, you'll see what I mean. So right here, he could spawn to my left or my right, and he gets to my right, directly under rockets. Again, he could get to my right, right in front of me. So you have a little more variety, I guess. Should spawn down here in rockets with me. Yeah, so, and something about that spawning down there in rockets, if you've got one down on the other team, and you're not sure where his teammate's at, but you think he's camping on top of rockets, his teammate will always spawn down there. So just look for that. A lot of times, if I have someone dead and I think their teammate's on rockets, I'll just nade those rocket spawns. And also spawning rockets isn't a great place to be. So right there, I'm forcing the spawn up to PR, where it's where he just spawned. I did it again, but that's not always a great place if you know your teammate's about to die and you know they're getting rockets up above you. But everything's situational in Halo 1. I say that a lot, but it's totally true. Sometimes what would be a great spawn, some places is a terrible spawn any other time in the game. So it's just something to think about. It all comes with experience. You see, he just got the spawn down there, which wasn't within range, so it makes sense. So right there, I got the one inside here. And I might show this right now if I crouch right here. Sometimes you don't even really have to crouch if you're just standing there blocking that spawn. A lot of times he'll spawn under you in dark. And the reverse works as well. You can stand where my teammate just spawned, and that'll spawn in the top. Now, he could spawn in front of me or behind me. So yeah, he spawned in front of me. So where I'm at right here, you can also spawn your teammate in dark. I don't know if it happens in the video. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember. But right here's a good place to show that there are a ton of spawns in Cloak, more than you would think. So a lot of times when I have both down on the other team, I will back up into this corner where I'm at right now, and I'll just nade the spawns in front of me, hoping that the other team spawns there, just because there's so many spawns in this room. One of the spawns is actually right next to the portal that I think second player is actually blocking, which is why my teammate's not getting that. They're getting the next close one, or the next closest. You can also spawn them in dark from here. Like I said, I don't know if that'll happen in the video any, but and the reverse works as well. If you block the spawn in Dark Hall, which I'll point out if my teammate gets it, you can spawn them into Cloakroom. So right there, where my teammate just spawned, if you stand on that spawn, you can spawn your teammate up in Cloak, which isn't always great. People sometimes will know you're down there, and they will just wait and grenade where your teammate should spawn. So right now, there's some spawns really close to me. There's one back where I just naded. There's one to my left, pretty much opposite of that where I'm looking right now. One to my right, so where he just spawned, and then back next to the PR, which is right in the middle. And then there's this one at Health Pack. So Health Pack spawn is the only guaranteed random in the map. So there you go, got a random in pink. It's really useful. A lot of times you'll be cycling through main while your teammate's dead, and you want to give him a random. That's what you do. You block that one, and that's it. So still just walk around main. I guess I'm going to give another random, and he gets pink room again. But yeah, that random's really useful. And now I'll probably go, I'm hoping I go into Shotties. I keep trying to give him that corner spawn, he keeps spawning in main. So that's something else I want to emphasize, which I talk about in Prisoner. You got to think of it as spawn zones, and you can hit all the spawn points in that zone. So he should spawn above me right now. Or he could, yeah, he did. The two places he could have spawned right there is above me, or he could have spawned, well, hopefully I'll show it in a second. He could have spawned above me right there, or he could have spawned right here where I'm looking, where I'm about to nade. So he could spawn right in front of me to my left. Yep, he's going to spawn to my left. So at this flag spawn, which I'm on right now, there is a random here that doesn't work all the time, and I can't get it to work all the time. I'm sure some people can out there. I don't know exactly where to look. So I just did it right there. He got out in main room. It's a pretty interesting. I've actually won games from getting that random at the right time that were really close, and they thought we were trapped in shotguns, and we weren't. There's no reason for us to be. But if you don't get the random, generally they'll spawn right there. So it's not a terrible deal. At least you're safe for the most part. Try to give it a few times here, but as you can see, it's a weird one. It's like some of them in Hang 'em High that don't work all the time, and then you see me freak out, can't get up on the flag spawn, and then I give it. So yeah, it's tricky. I can't get it to work every time. There'll be games where I get it to work literally every time I try it, and then there'll be games where I can't get it to work at all. So I'm sure there's a real specific spot you got to stand, and I'm just bad at it. So they can spawn behind me or in front of me right now. And they're going to spawn behind me. If I block, hopefully I'll do it. If I block this spawn, or maybe I'll just try to get them to spawn next to me. No, I think I'm blocking it. But Back where I was standing, you could spawn there. If I block this, he'll spawn up in cloak. Oh, I think I might have been too close to it. Look, he gets the spawn I wanted him to get earlier now. I guess I was blocking it. So now he should spawn up in cloak. I like to give the spawn when my teammate has died and the other team is setting up for rockets. And then one of us can push from top and one of us can push from bottom rockets at the same time. So you see, here's what I was talking about earlier. You stand in dark, you block this spawn, they'll spawn in pink room or cloak room. And this is actually really bad for your teammates sometimes. If the other team just isn't stupid and they know you're in dark hall, they will just sit there and they will kill your teammate over and over. And look at that. He's got a pink room spawn every time because I blocked this one. He's still spawning pink room, which can happen. If you're walking out there under Cloak Bridge, your teammate can spawn pink. I mean, again, just think of it as zones. You got to start thinking as Halo 1 spawns as zones. You see where I just stood in the corner there? I forced that spawn inside of Shoddy's. Two things could happen there. He could have, well, a couple things could happen. More than two, probably. He could have spawned where he did, or he could have spawned on the other side of the wall inside of rockets. So I may go block this spawn that I'm nading here in a second. I'm just trying to give the random for fun, I guess. And I'm not out of it far enough. So, and that works both ways as far as blocking that spawn against the wall in Shoddy's where he had been spawning. You can spawn your teammate in rockets that way. And you can stand in rockets and kind of force your teammate to the side. So watch this. My teammate should spawn bottom rockets. I'll fall off here, but he does. So that's what I was saying earlier. If you know the other team is on top of rockets, you almost always know where they're going to spawn. They're going to spawn right below. You see that? Right there. So if someone's sitting up here camping on one of these two pillars waiting for rockets, you kill their teammate. Their teammate's dead every time if you've got nades. There's no way they're getting out of that. Look at that. They're just going to keep spawning there. And sometimes you'll play against people that are just stubborn. They don't care. They're not worried about their teammate. Or maybe they really want rockets. I don't know. Can't blame them. That's what matters most in this map. So now he should spawn PR with me. Maybe even under me. Maybe even pink. Maybe now in dark hall. You see, it's all zones. There's so many variables. And Prisoner's a lot easier to tell because the map is so small. There are no natural randoms. You can force a lot of different spawns. Chill out, it's kind of, you know, like I was showing, you can spawn under right now, you can spawn to my left, you can spawn in front of me. It's a lot different because the spawns are, you know, it's like compartments. I just did the window jump there, not sure how many of you know about that. Just a little trick if you're trying to get out of there without taking portal. Take a new route. You can jump up and you crouch and kind of bounce off the ceiling and you'll wedge into the window and you can jump out. Here's another little trick that some people like to do this a lot. I don't do it that often, but it has worked. When people have been setting up here with rockets, maybe sitting next to portal, people like to sit at the portal right where I'm looking right now, and they'll just stand there. And if you have a sniper, you got a good pistol and some nades, you can nade up there, get up there, and you can get them before they can do anything about it sometimes, because no one's really expecting a shot from the window. Oh, and you can jump through the window too. I missed it the first time, but if you really got to, this will work. So that's just something you can do and chill out. Again, I'm not doing any nades in any of these videos. I don't use too many nades and chill out anyway. Really just use nades to get rockets. But I'm going to try to do a video of a few basic nades. There are a lot of cool videos out there you can find where there are some crazy nades that you can do and chill out and hang them in Prisoner. I'm going to do some that are, you know, for beginners for the most part, or just are easy, or what I think are easier to do. So yeah, I don't think I really do anything else. I think I'm just wandering around here. But yeah, that's it. Hope it wasn't total shit. Thanks.